Good morning and welcome to our next Java session. Today we are going to do a few examples which are based on the chapter which we had learned previously. We are going to do predict the output exercise. So let's start. Here I have gathered few examples for which are based on operators as well as the operator precedence and all. So let us start. Now the first example over here is, here I have a class and in which we are trying to print Java. Okay, now here you can see Java is written in single quotes. Okay, this is a character. J is a character over here and put in the single quotes. Now first we will do one thing, we will just write the same program in a separate file. Okay, I'll just copy this. Now we know that system.out.println is basically meant to print a string. Okay, now the strings are always coming in which format? In whatever comes into this double quotes is treated as string. Okay, so if I write something like that, J plus in double quotes A plus in double quotes V plus A. Okay, so this is nothing but I'm trying to I have used a plus operator. So here we are trying to concatenate a string with another string with the plus. Okay, so if you execute this program, so if you execute the program, it will the output will be Java because everything is mentioned in double quotes. Now we change it and we put it in single quotes. Okay, now when I write this thing in single quotes, so the definition will change. Okay, now this will return the ASCII value of the character which is present is inside the single quotes. Okay, so I told you last time that capital A to capital Z, it is 90 to 97, and small a, sorry, it is 65 to 90, and small a to small z is 97 to 122. Okay, so these are the ASCII values of these characters. Okay, so if I put this thing in a single quotes, so it will return the ASCII value of the corresponding character which is there, and that will get added to the next character's ASCII value. So if the same program we do it in this way, and now I again refresh the program, now you can see we are getting an 418. That is nothing but it has added the ASCII values. Okay, now if I write something like that, char ch equal to, or instead of char ch I'll say int ch equal to j. Okay, so what will happen over here, and I print the value of ch. So this is a j, I have to put it in single quotes to be treated it as a character. So over here j is a character and ch is an integer variable. So what will happen when I'm trying to, I can't put a character into an integer variable. So what will happen is the ASCII value of that particular character will get stored in ch. Okay, so now you can see 106. 106 is nothing but the ASCII value of small j. Okay, now if I keep it as a over here, just for us to understand that whether it is starting with 97. So you can see this is small a, so it is starting with 97. So here I have mentioned small a is 97. If I make it as capital A, the ASCII value will change. So it is 65. So accordingly it will go 65, 66, and if it is small then it is 97, 98 accordingly. So if you are putting it in this way, as it is a plus operator, the ASCII value gets returned and that value gets added, and then we get it the output accordingly. If we put it in double quotes, then it will be treated as string, and then the string gets concatenated with the help of the plus operator, and the output will be Java. Okay, so this is the first example. Now the second one is something like that. Predict the output if this is the program. Okay, now this is, what is this? This is a data type, a variable. Int is a data type variable. Now we know that the variables can start with a number, it can start with an alphabet, it can start with a dollar. Okay, so here the variable name is starting with a dollar. So if you save this program and execute it, there won't be any output because we have just declared a variable. Okay, there is no output as such. Okay, so this is just to show that this is a valid variable declaration. So you might get a program where they declare a variable and ask you predict the output. Okay, so you should know the rules of declaring the variables. Now the next is this program. Okay, now in this program I have got two public static void main. Here you can see this is a block of public static void main. Okay, and one more block of public static void main. So there are two blocks of public static void main. Now we know that in a program we should have a public static void main. It's an entry point for our program to start execution. Okay, so here we do have, this is the string array. Now you can see the definition is same, only the argument over here which has been passed is different. Here ARR is a variable which is of type string, and here ARR is an array which is of type string. So this is an example of method overloading. Okay, method overloading. What is method overloading? The function names, everything is same, only the parameters are different for the methods. Okay, which has been called. Now when we go gradually ahead, we will see method overloading is one of the feature of polymorphism. Okay, there you will encounter this. Now in this case it is an example of a method overloading where the method name is same, only the parameters to the function are different. So if you execute this program, if I execute Java demo, there is nothing, there is no output as such. Output will be nothing. Fine. If I write here something like, supposing I write system.out.println inside main, save this. Whenever you make any changes, keep in mind you have to save the program, so at times otherwise you won't be able to see the changes whatever you have done. So you can see inside main. So here previously there was nothing over here, so the output is nothing. Now the next program is just copy this. Okay, here we are having, this is an example of operators and the precedence. Okay, you have to take care, see that over here. So what we are doing here, 10 plus 20 plus hello world. Now 10 and 20, these are what? These are numbers, and hello world is a string. Fine. Now plus operator is used, so plus operator means the precedence is the same, and the when it is a plus operator, then it gets executed from left to right. So your 10 will be getting added to 20, so output will be 30 plus the string hello world. So 30 will get concatenated to hello world, so output will be 30 hello world. Now over here it is hello world plus 10, so now this we are adding a string to a number, so it is hello world 10 and then plus 20, that is hello world 1020. So here this addition won't happen because as plus sign is having the same over here, having the same precedence, and the execution goes from left to right. So first the string gets added to the number, and then that particular string again gets added to the next number. So let's see the output. See, first we got 30 and hello world 1020. Fine. Now there is another change in the program. I put a multiplication sign. Now here we are having operators with two different precedence level. You have got multiplication is having more precedence than addition. Fine. And again it goes from left to right. So this is 10 into 20, 200, and then that value will get added to hello world. Okay. So it will be 200 hello world. And now again it is plus and multiplication, but over here multiplication is having more precedence than addition. So first the multiplication will happen and that value will get concatenated to this hello world. So the output will be slightly different now. So you can see 200 hello world and hello world 200. So here, as multiplication is having more precedence than addition, first the multiplication is having is getting performed and then the addition is getting performed. Now the next example. Please keep a pen and paper, a book with you, so that you can write down these precedents and you can make notes of it. Okay, now here there are two strings s1 s2 having both hello world in it. Fine. And now there is this a string, this is a string s1 equal to s2 is, okay, this is a string treated as a string. I'm having a plus operator, and then we know that double equal to is for comparison. So this is, it is checking s1 and s2. S1 is what hello world, s2 is also hello world. But now over here this comparison won't happen first. Why? Because plus operator is having more precedence than the equality operators. So what will happen first is this s1 s2 is, this thing will get concatenated with s1. Okay, and then that value s1 will be compared with s2. Fine. So how it will be, actually it will look like this. It is s1 equal to s2 is, and what is there in s1, hello world, and that value will get compared to hello world. Fine. So here this whole thing gets concatenated with s1 and then that value is getting compared with s2. Now we know that the equality, that these comparison operators return true or false. So if both the strings are equal, then it will return true, else it will return false. So in this case the output should come as false because the two strings are not equal. See, the output has come as false. If I didn't have this, like this thing is not there, okay, and just I compare both the strings, then the output is coming as true. But as there was a plus operator, the whole thing got changed over there because of the plus operator. Now the next one is, how does a Boolean operator work? Okay, now this is a variable x having value as 100, a variable y which is of type double having 100.1, or Boolean variable, and this is saying x equal to y. Now x equal to is nothing but assigning. Okay, So here I am trying to assign the value of y to x. Okay, now here this is line number 7 actually, and I'm printing the value of b. So if I try to execute this will give me an error on this line number 7. Now let's see what is the error we are getting. See, incompatible ties, possible loosey conversion from double to int. That is, you cannot convert a double to int. Okay, so here there is an incompatible data type problem, because as this is of a bigger data type, double is size is more than integers whose size is less. So I cannot store a bigger storage number into a smaller, it won't fit. So this is an incompatible type of an error which I'm getting over here. Now this is an example of a ternary operator. Now the ternary operator we know is we give a condition, a question mark. If the condition is true, then what? Colon. If it is false, then what? This is what we are doing. But this is a subset. Like there are nested ternary operators over here. So what we are giving is 20 is there in x. So it will check whether 20 is less than 15. So 20 is not less than 15. So if it is true, had it been true, the output would have come as small. But now 20 is not less than 15. So you come over here. Now over here again there is a condition which is checked. Now is 20 less than 22? Yes, condition is true over here. So if it is so, then the output will be tiny. So the result of this will be what? Tiny. And we are printing the result. So this is tiny. So here again a condition, question mark, condition true then what, colon, condition false then what. So over here the condition false, again we gave a condition. So for that also we had true and false option. Now the next example is an example based on bitwise operators. Now I want you to solve the bitwise operators, one program. I have in my last video I have shown you how to solve this. Like you have to find out the bit of value of 11 and the bit of value of 9, and then you have to, if it is a and then the value, both the conditions are true, then the output will be true over here. So you have to find the output and then store it. Now over here the value will get stored in x. Similarly this is XOR. So x value whatever we are getting, that we are doing XOR with 3. Okay, and then the y we are doing it with 12. So there we will be getting a number. So what I want you to do is first try the finding the bit values of all these numbers and try solving it and check whether you're getting the output as 14. So this is an example. Please make a note of this program. I'll just stop here for a few seconds so that you can write down this program and solve it and just check whether the output you're getting it as 14. Okay, now the next is your increment, unary, increment and decrement operators, how they work. Fine. So here we are having this expression. Now let us write down this expression first. What it is saying, C equal to A plus B plus A plus B plus again a plus A again a plus, and what it is, plus B. What is the value of A? 11. and B 22. So A is 11 and B is 22. Now let's solve this. Now we are having plus and plus plus. Okay, so here we will first see the plus plus, because here plus plus is having more precedence than this plus. So this will be 11 plus 22 plus, now as it is plus plus is postfix, what will happen is the value will get returned first and then the value of A will get incremented. So what is the value of A? 11, and then the new value of A will be what? 12. Okay, I'm putting it in a bracket. Plus, again this is B plus plus. So what is the value of B? 22. So that will get returned and then B will get incremented by 1. So 23 plus, now this is prefix. Now when it is prefix, it will increment and then return. Now what is the new value of A? 12. Okay, so this is what it will increment it. So make it as 13. Okay, and then return the value, and plus this will increment the value of B. B's new value is what? 22. Oh sorry, 23. So this will return 24. Okay, now this is 11 plus 22 plus 11 plus 22 plus 13 plus 24. So we'll just quickly add it. I'll just make use of a calculator so that it happens fast. So 11 plus 22 plus 11 plus 22 plus 13 plus 24, that is 103. So we should get the output as what? 103 of the program, of this program. C should be 103, and in the end the A's value is what? 13. The A's value is 13. Okay, and the B's value is 24. So here the A and B values are also getting printed. Yeah, so see, A is 13, B is 24 and C is 103. So we were right. So now next see how the decrement works. Now even the decrement works in the same way. Now I is 0. Fine. So let's write it first. I equal to I plus plus plus, sorry, this is not plus, this is minus. Okay, minus I plus I, and then minus what it is? I minus minus, I minus minus. Fine. So this is I plus plus, I 0. Okay, so it will print what first? First is, as it is a postfix, first it will return the value and then increment. So it will be 0. Okay, and then it will increment the I by 1. Okay, so new value of I is 1 minus, now a new value of I is what, 1. Now minus minus I, so what it will do, it will first decrement it by 1 and then print the value. Okay, as it is a prefix, so it is I, 1 minus 1 is 0, and then print it. Okay, plus, okay, now this is again a prefix, so it will what, increment the value of I by 1 and then print it. So here it will be again 1, because here I was 0, so again I went to 1, minus, now again this is what, I minus minus. Okay, that is what, it is a postfix, so it will return the value of I first and then decrement it. So I is what, 1, so it will return the value of I as 1. Sorry, first it will return the value and then I will be 0. Okay, so this is what, 0 minus 0 plus 1 minus 1, so output is what, 0. So here we should get the output as 0. Let's see whether we are getting the output as 0. Yeah, the output we are getting it as 0. Now this is again an example of which is based on this increment operators. So we will send you these increment and decrement. You kindly solve it and just check whether you're getting the desired output the way it should come. If you have not understood this concept, you can get back to me. I can explain you with more examples. Okay, now this is another last one which I would like to share with you today. That is something like that. Okay, okay. Now my just a sec. Always run out of my batteries. Your 11 is not a variable. Okay, it's a constant value. Okay, 11 is a constant value, so there is a, like, you cannot use this unary operators on a constant value. So here if I do something like that, I will get an error. See, unexpected type, required variable, found value. So here 11, here it is it wants a variable, so I can have something like that, a plus plus. I cannot have a value. This is what it found, a value, so it is giving me an error over here. So these are a few things which we have to keep in mind, or there are a few examples which are based on the operators, the precedence, and how actually they work. If you have some more examples which you would like me to solve for you, you can get back to me. We can solve it. Thank you. Have a nice day.